Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft will break off towards left, and very shortly they will be followed by two more aircraft to take on remaining targets following the same path. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now look towards your left side in the same direction. The Mirages are now running in. There you see, ladies and gentlemen, both the targets have been neutralized and the Mirages break off. Ladies and gentlemen, next in the sequence is JF-17 Thunder, a marvel in achieving self-reliance through indigenization of our combat potential while staying abreast with modern technologies. This was a dream of Pakistan's visionary leadership a few years ago, and today you will witness realization of the dream in the form of two JF-17 Thunder aircraft led by Hasb-E-Haal. Their targets are enemy-hardened shelters and underground bunkers depicted by white mounds behind T2 and T5 around 2 kilometers away. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now concentrate towards your front. Where the JF-17s are diving in to release their weapons. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The aircraft have released their weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft has the ability to deliver its weapon with pinpoint accuracy on a target as small as a window. And there you see, ladies and gentlemen, the nation's pride destroying the targets with precision engagement, employing 2,000-pounder high explosive bombs. Ladies and gentlemen, now comes the Fighting Falcon, the nightmare of enemy. This formation of 4 F-16 aircraft led by Wing Commander Tahir will be swapping in while maintaining 480 knots. They would conduct the next attack by engaging enemy-hardened shelters and underground bunkers depicted by a line of white mounds in front of you at a distance of approximately 1.5 kilometers. Few of these mounds are visible behind Mount T3 right now, while others are in the same alignment. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that while each aircraft is capable of carrying a payload of 24,000 pounds, enough to annihilate the area of about 2 by 2 kilometers, for today, the payload has been limited to 6,000 pounds in the form of 12 high explosive 500-pounder bombs. There you see, ladies and gentlemen, a thing of orchestrated hell, a terrible symphony of light and flame. Ladies and gentlemen, the next two aircraft are now in dive, coming in hot for their own targets. Victory, speedy and complete. Ladies and gentlemen, the F-16s have successfully engaged their targets and are now pulling up to exit the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the swiftness and lethality of Pakistan Air Force. The coalition achieved through professional integration of PF's firepower complements Pak Army's combat potential.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll draw your attention to your right, where the remaining squadron has taken up positions with the leading elements. As the Air Force moves out of the area after engaging the targets, you can see the remaining squadron taking up its position with the leading elements. The squadron grouped with ITVs or improvised tow vehicles and air defense elements. The squadron is a part of the leading battle group. Having once established contact with the enemy, it has now taken over the role of a fixing force. Its job to keep the enemy pinned down till the remaining force develops a maneuver to clear the enemy position. Ladies and gentlemen, combat aviation, being an integral part of the armored formation, will now fly in from the right, provide a dynamic base of fire, engage the enemy in front, and exit to our left. A flight of Cobra gunships and Z-10 helis will be appearing towards your right in a few moments. Presently, they are charging in towards their battle position and will only become visible once they have unmasked for the attack. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now draw your attention to the targets to be engaged by combat aviation. If you look in front at the board with TL1 written on it, behind that board at the skyline, you'll see a red or orange screen with the figure H written at its bottom. This is the first combat aviation target, and the remaining two targets are towards its right if you keep on following the skyline, presently obscured slightly by the dust. There are two more targets for the combat aviation, which will shortly become clearer. Ladies and gentlemen, the helicopters participating in today's exercise belong to Army Aviation Combat Group, which has consistently remained employed in the recent past in Operation Hasb-E-Haal and has been honored with a large number of gallantry awards. The thunderous sound of the incoming Cobras and Z-10s. The targets are the red screens on the skyline, the first one behind the board of TL1, the remaining two to the right, with the figure hotel written at the bottom.